I hope your day is full of Milky Ways and Snickers and Dots. You gotta have Dots. Do people still eat Dots? It's like the oldest candy besides Necco wafers. Like, what? Who are some of these candies for, and why do they still exist? If you bring Raisinets to my house, I'll never look at you or speak to you again. Hope your day's full of now and laters. Gotta have those. Fun Dip, that's a drug. That's a lot. Pixie Sticks, for sure drugs. Hope your day's full of those. Pixie Sticks, Fun Dip, Ring Pops, Baby Bottle Pops, Junior Mints. Who doesn't love a classic Junior Mint? Milk Duds. Milk Duds sounds like a name for tits. Like, what? Not me making myself laugh less than a minute into the podcast with a Milk Dud joke. Guys, we have an amazing episode of Shenk for you this week with the one, the only Benji Aflalo. You've seen him on Alone Together with Esther Pravinsky. He's an amazing writer. He's a funny, funny dude. Give him a follow. You guys are going to love this week's episode of Shenk. I guarantee you'll laugh. But before we get into this week's episode of Shenk with Benji Aflalo, there's just some things I want to tell you about. June 4th, that's this Saturday, I will be in Bellflower co-headlining with Kimberly Congdon. That's right. If you haven't seen Kim and I do live stand-up, now's your chance. We're both doing longer sets. It's a double headline night. It's in Bellflower, so if you're in Southern California, come out. Link to all of this on my Twitter and my Instagram as well. So make sure to head over there, get some tickets. It's going to be a fun time. Come laugh with us. Also, this Friday, June 3rd, I will be at the Comedy Store in the Belly Room at 10:30 p.m. Come laugh, come hang out, come have a great time. Also, June 8th, Kim and I will be at Supernova Comedy at 8 p.m. Look out for us there. Come support live comedy. I love seeing you guys in person and meeting you. Thank you so much for continuing to support the podcast. I so appreciate you guys. And if you're loving the pod, leave a review. And also sound off in the comments below. Tell your friends about the show. We're still growing it. It's been a 3-year show, and every year it gets more fun. And I'm so thankful for you guys who tune in every week. Also, if you're not listening to my podcast, This Bitch with Kimberly Congdon, you're missing out. That's a super fun podcast. Episodes of that come out every Monday, and you can find Shenk here every Wednesday. All right, guys. Before we get into this week's episode of Shenk with Benji Aflalo, there's just one thing I want to tell you about, and that's Oh Yeah Socks. Oh yeah. Look down at your feet right now. Are you wearing socks? If you're not wearing socks, ask yourself why. Socks are essential. They provide coverage. They protect your most delicate assets, your feet. Feet are a form of currency in 2022. Guys, keep them protected. Get a pair of Oh Yeah socks. Head to ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Enter discount code SARA10, SARA10. And you guys can shop so many unique sock designs, whether you're into the Brady Bunch or Bob Ross or Mr. Rogers. There's a pair of socks for you. They make amazing gifts for Father's Day, for graduation gifts, for I'm thinking of you gifts, for fuck you gifts, for I love myself. I'm buying myself a pair of fun socks gift. Okay? Whatever it is, you can give a pair of socks. That's what I love about socks. And they're so fun and they're unique. You look down at your feet and you start smiling, and it's a great way to support your favorite podcast, Shenk. Head to ohyeah.com, enter discount code SARA, SARA10 for 10% off. And all right, guys, let's get into this week's episode of Shenk with the one, the only Benji Aflalo. Here it is, guys. Because of Jamar.
Is this going?
Yeah, it's going. We're live.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to another episode of Shenk. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is one of my favorite people. Comedian, writer, overall fun guy, Benji Aflalo.
Hello, Sarah. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy that you're here to hang.
Yeah.
So what's been going on in your life?
Man, hard-hitting questions, huh?
That is 0 to 100.
You have a hamsa on your sunglasses. How about that for a topic of conversation?
I mean, yeah, I do. I got a hand right there on my...
Do you want to tell your audience what that is?
I don't really even know what it is.
It's to...
Kabbalah?
It's the evil eye. It keeps the evil eye away.
Well, yeah, I gotta keep the evil eye away.
My mom will put those in all her kids' like glove boxes.
Really?
It's to keep the evil eye away, yeah.
Do you have one in your glove box?
I may. She definitely had them in my car like throughout high school, and I think I have one somewhere. Maybe I might. I don't know.
It would be fucked up if she gave everyone one except you.
No, she did a good job at dispersing them
evenly amongst the kids.
Yeah, and we're not even really a superstitious family, but
I like a little superstition.
I think that's kind of cool. It's kind of chill. It's just a hand in your glove box. Who cares?
It's just like, and it's like the hand looks cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
I bought
cool.
these sunglasses, I was like, yeah, I like the hand.
They're fun sunglasses.
Thank you.
My sunglasses, guess where they're from?
Where?
Staples.
No.
Yes.
You buy your sunglasses from Staples?
Okay.
Paper Supply?
First of all, Staples,
No.
I need to tell you something about Staples.
This is blowing my mind.
I need to tell you something about Staples. If you haven't been to Staples lately, go. I think they did a whole consumer experience revamp because of COVID that everyone had to set up a home office.
Okay.
So now when you go into Staples, it's like they're selling a lifestyle.
No.
Yeah, there's like more furniture, more like office organizational stuff.
You're part of the Staples lifestyle
So
brand?
I'm there. My lady's doing something there. I don't remember. So I'm killing time, and I notice that they now have glasses and sunglasses, and I really appreciated that. So why I like these is because they're sunglasses, but they have a bifocal in them. So they're also readers, which are not easy to find, and I appreciate them.
Wait. Okay. So did you buy them? You bought them ready to go at Staples?
Yes, prescription ready.
No.
Yeah, you can buy like readers. Like you can get glasses at the pharmacy or Costco or something.
That's crazy. You're picking up bifocal sunglasses at Staples?
It's not a bifocal. That means there's two.
Oh, I thought it was. Sorry, my bad.
It's a sunglasses with a lower reader.
Oh, a lower reader.
Yeah, so if I look through the bottom of my eyes, I can read more easily.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me that you bought those at Staples.
I
what
mean,
were you guys doing there?
You have a hand on your sunglasses.
I know.
Here's the crazy one. I think it might have been like returning something. I think they had like a FedEx or a UPS thing there. I don't know.
I do like the way a Staples smells.
Yeah.
There's something about a fresh school supply scent that really gets me off.
Office Depot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like fresh school supplies, and like I love getting a new pen.
Right.
Do you have like a certain pen you like?
No.
Really?
I'm a man.
I
don't have a favorite pen.
You don't have a favorite pen?
I'm a modern man. Maybe old school men have their favorite ballpoint pen.
I like a pen. I like a pen.
You're a girl. Girls like pens.
You don't like the feel of a pen? The right pen can change a game.
I appreciate a better pen. You know, like when you go, oh, this pen is actually quite smooth.
Yes.
I'll notice it, but I don't have a favorite pen.
You don't?
Like in my home? Like, do I possess my favorite pen, or do I have an idea of like...
Well, do you have a favorite pen in your home?
No.
You don't?
It's just pens everywhere.
My mom gave me this box of pens, and they're all like joke pens. And it's like, one of them was like, it's like Nudist Casino. I was like, thanks, Mom.
I don't get it.
It's like fake things. It's like fake companies on pens.
Oh, it's as if this pen comes from a company.
Like a Nudist Casino.
Oh, it's like a gag, and then you can tell people.
Yeah, my mom gave me a pen that said it was from a Nudist Casino.
That's a fun gag. It's a gag.
It is a gag.
I will sometimes keep certain pens from like when I was a younger man, I was very romantic about like doing my first road gigs. Yeah. So I would like keep certain pens.
Okay, see, I knew there was some kind of type of pen thing. You can't be a comic and not at least have a favorite pen or be around pens.
I had a Riviera pen. There used to be a hotel called the Riviera in Vegas. They tore it down. The front of it was in Casino.
Okay.
And I once did shows there, and I kept that pen for a while. I don't know if I still have it.
But you know when you have a pen and you have it for a long time and then you lose it?
No, it all just washes away. It's just a sea of pens in the drawer going in and out. Sometimes they end up in the car, and then you throw it. It's just pens come in, pens come out.
If pens come in, well, the worst thing that could happen with a pen and a pen explosion.
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't happen since school.
It happens to me.
Because you have a purse full of shit.
Yeah.
Girls have a purse full of shit, and you'll have a pennant.
And then
That's
it's
why.
like all over.
That's why girls like their pens. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, I might have to write a check. No, just kidding. That's so 1992.
Yeah, my lady just had a makeup thing explode in her makeup bag, and that was a problem. She had to then wash all her makeup.
Devastating.
Throw away the makeup bag.
No, that could really fuck up your day.
She left like the makeup covered bag like in the sink for a little bit. Eventually it's covered in like dog food, and she's like, I think I need to throw this away, and I'm like, yeah.
It's like a murder scene.
once the bag's been in the dirty dishes for a day, it's time to move on.
It's time to move on. Yeah, I know. But like the thing that's fucked up about the makeup stuff is all those little things. They look like they're little nothings. It's like, oh, this is $75 concealer. That type of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of upkeep to be pretty.
It's a lot of upkeep.
Yeah, makeup costs money. Women cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a woman, exhausting.
Expensive.
Yeah.
I like to say expensive like I'm from the South.
I like that for you. Expensive. Just want to make sure I'm good here. Hold on. Look, I'm my own producer. It's an indie podcast.
I'm glad I wore long sleeves because I'd be getting sunburnt right now.
Yeah. I should let people know. Bring a hat. We're going to be up on the roof.
Am I your first roof cast?
No, you're my second roof cast.
Who was the first?
Abby Robert.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he probably just took his shirt off and started sunbathing. He was all into it.
Oh, yeah, that's just a plane flying overhead. That's part of what's amazing about being outside. You never know what's going to fly by or what bird's going to chirp.
You should create like an alter ego or whatever, and it's Sara Weinshenk, the producer.
Yeah.
And she's like, cue the plane.
Yeah.
Let's get some sun. Yeah, make sure everyone wears black pants.
Next time you come here, I'm going to have a clipboard. I feel like it's clipboard energy.
This is clipboard?
You
do good with a clipboard.
Yeah, I think a clipboard.
You kind of get stuck in this chair.
Yeah.
You get in it, and then a rivet on your jean gets stuck. Yeah. And then when you move, it's like you're in a spider web.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an experience, this chair.
Yeah.
No, I do feel like I feel like if I had a clipboard, my energy would be more efficient.
No, your energy is what it is. Your energy is not deviating.
You don't think so?
No. You don't think
if I had a clipboard, I'd be a different bitch?
No, it'd be your energy with a clipboard, which is fine. I think a clipboard would be good for you. I'm not saying don't do the clipboard.
I gotta get to Staples.
Yes.
I gotta get to Staples. I need to get a fucking clipboard, Benji.
I have a memory of being a kid, and it was either my sister or my brother. They had this clipboard, and it was like neon plastic, so it looked like the edge was almost glowing.
That is sick.
It was the coolest thing I've ever seen, so I bought it for $20 from my sister.
Okay.
And then everyone got in trouble, and they're like, you can't rip off your brother for clipboards. This is like the 80s. Spending $20 on a clipboard in the 80s, you know?
Yeah.
So then they made a rule in the house because I was the youngest of 5, and they were like, no one's allowed to sell anything to Benji.
No.
That was a rule in my house.
That was the rule because they're taking advantage of you.
It's a Jewish household. People are try to wheel and deal the whole time. Eventually they got to go, hey, leave the 6-year-old alone. $20 for a clipboard we just bought you for $3? One time, this is also... I don't want to make Jews just sound like money people.
No, but I get it. I am a Jew.
I went to a Jewish private school, and one of my friends, he comes from jewelers. And so his family has diamonds and jewelry, and that's their business. Mm-hmm. And so we were all in 6th grade, and I guess in 6th grade, like, you'll buy your girlfriend, like, a silver ring that would probably be, like, $30, right? I don't know, whatever it was. A 6th grade thing.
Right.
So a few boys bought rings from him to give their girlfriends, or like something like that, or like a cheap little necklace, like, and then one day the principal comes in and she was like, there will be no more jewelry selling.
No.
And she was so Israeli and so funny, and she goes, she's like, if anyone's running a jewelry business at my school, I'm getting a cut.
No.
And she's like, and since that can't happen, there will be no more jewelry business at the school.
No.
Yeah. She meant it jokingly, obviously.
That's amazing,
yeah,
though.
but she was a great woman.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Selling jewels at school. Did you have any hustles like that what was your first job?
I didn't really. My brother was more into like having hustles and stuff. I was more like reading like lyric pamphlets to Pearl Jam and memorizing the words. My first job only lasted a couple weeks or 2 days because it was like a weekend job. But I worked at a mailboxes store, like a P.O. box store.
Okay.
And like a mailboxes, etc. Do you remember those places?
I remember mailboxes.
Yeah, and so I had to put mail in these slots, and you get all these bins, and you're putting mail in slots all day. And I was really slow, and I don't know if this is nice to say. I don't know if we can get back to the mailbox store I worked at.
It's okay.
But because I was so slow, I'm just a slow person. They had to get someone else to help me, and it was like you're behind a wall. There's not a lot of room because there's just like enough room to put the P.O. boxes. So I had this lady work with me, and she smelled really bad.
No.
And I couldn't do it. And I didn't want to be like, she smells, I can't do this.
Like what kind of bad? Like paint a picture. Are we like?
Here we go.
Oh, I'm scared.
So it wasn't body odor necessarily.
That's even worse. Because at least you know what body odor is.
It was more like unwashed skin.
Ah!
Like dormant, unwashed skin, like doesn't move around enough to build up a body odor, but like the smell of like skin oils. Like
Benji, that is so
stagnant skin oils cooking on skin all day at a low temp.
No.
Yeah, like a crock.
On a simmer?
Yeah, like a crock pot. Imagine a crock pot full of live skin.
That is so gross. I can almost gag.
Like, when unwashed hair doesn't get washed, it's that oily scalp smell like that.
I could almost start gagging just thinking about it.
And she wasn't covering it up with perfume and, leave-in conditioner like you gals do. Spend $75 on makeup or whatnot. This was just coming at you. In literally 2 feet by 5 feet.
And that's what I was going to say. The mailbox store couldn't have been very big.
There were different walls with the P.O. boxes. Some of them would open up and you didn't have to be in a confined space, but in parts of it you were
You were in a confined space.
It was very confined, yeah.
With body odor, with body oil simmer scent.
Yeah.
You just painted such a visceral picture. I wasn't expecting to feel like almost throwing up.
Body odor I can go through.
Body odor,
I think
detectable.
The brain adjusts.
Yeah.
I think because we evolved in groups, I think body odor was part of that, and eventually we can be productive in body odor. But that smell that she had wasn't that, and that's, I think, why I couldn't do it. It's like you look at sports. I'm sure half those guys fucking smell, but the other half aren't like, I'm not going to kick the ball today. It's like, no, they figured out. Half of you smell, half of you don't. Go out there and be the best athletes you can,
Yeah. Yeah. That you couldn't go out there and be the best mailbox guy, though.
No.
You're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Dude, having a job that doesn't vibe with you really gives you some character. Like, I worked at Saddle Ranch.
How long?
For a year.
Really?
No, not a year. I just lied. A summer. It felt like a year.
Now I don't know if the summer thing's a lie. Why don't you take a moment to really be honest?
Okay, I was 19. It was for a summer.
For a whole summer.
For a whole summer. I brought in my headshot so I could get a job at Saddle Ranch. And guess what? I fucking got it. And I was making cold, hard cash. I would make like $500 a night. I was selling bull rides.
What were you doing?
Selling bull rides.
At 19 with fucking all that money.
Buying jeans. I was like, I didn't save any of it. I just would go buy jeans. I'd be like, okay, cool. I worked till 2. Now I can go buy some jeans because I worked late at Saddle Ranch.
And you'd go to American Rag and buy jeans or Fred Siegel or whatever?
Yeah. And then, okay, but did you see that video that came out? It was like this crazy actress chick. It was right around the Putin time.
No.
Oh. She was like talking about how if she was Putin's mommy.
No.
Oh.
I guess I'm not online as much as you are.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're not then. Well, it's whatever. I worked with like this girl who would like dance on the counter and stuff. And they made me say specific greetings.
Right.
Like, you should try the cobbler. It's like the reason I work here.
Oh, no way.
Yes. It's all about upselling.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, did it work?
Yeah. And I never tried the cobbler.
Right.
I would just be lying.
But you learned to upsell.
Yeah. So I learned some tricks down at the old ranch.
I learned tricks at the Comedy Store. I worked there.
Oh, yeah. What kind of tricks did you learn there?
I mean... What trick didn't I learn?
It's a school of tricks.
That's a whole other loaded question. What did you learn at the Comedy Store? Okay. All right.
It turns into therapy.
Yeah. I start crying. The podcast turns.
That's amazing. That's so funny.
Yeah, I learned too much at the Comedy Store. I wish I learned less.
I wish I learned less at the Comedy Store too.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes you calloused.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It is and it isn't.
Is it not?
Well, you become calloused and unimpressed, I sort of think, is another thing that happens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then it's harder to relate to people who aren't that way. And it's not like someone who isn't that way is living their life in error. They're just not as beaten in as you are.
What about it beats you in, though? Is it just the vibe, the energy?
I think when you're young, you don't realize it, but I think it's inherently unhealthy to put yourself through those highs and lows of doing bad and putting yourself out there and not getting paid or being humiliated.
It's horrible.
Like,
the thought of having to do any of that from the beginning makes me feel nauseous. Like, if someone was like, you have to start comedy from the beginning.
Yeah, but even still, like right now, your average person, if you were to say, hey, come do my podcast, sit on a roof and do it, most of them would be like, I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, we've gone through we've been altered. And so now we're not like...
So now we're podcasting on my fucking roof.
Because it's just like, yeah.
This is what we do.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
Little sewer rats up on the roof,
yes,
honey.
We're tap dancing rats.
Yeah, we are. But
or at least we know how to.
Yeah, but sometimes before, you're like, oh, it's weird that I have to go tap dance to pay my dinner. I gotta figure out this.
Yeah, but it's also good. It's like other people have to do work at a laundromat to pay for their dinner. So
it's true. Doing
comedy is in many ways, especially if you make a bunch of money and do good, like that's still pretty cool.
It is cool.
You're just a little different.
Oh, yeah. A little different is a fun way to explain it.
Yeah.
To me, okay. When imagine yourself and you're also a little different, right?
Sure.
And then you put yourself in these positions where you're going to have to be around people who are normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you, for instance, if you have a kid, right? Mm-hmm. And then you'd have to go to school, you have to hang out with the other parents. That doesn't appeal to me.
I think it's not as hard as you think, probably.
Really?
I mean, just because it doesn't appeal to you. Firstly, my guess is, if any parents listening, both of us as non-parents have no fucking idea. And from what I've seen of people generally, is
right.
Whatever your preconceptions are of who you are and what you're going to want to do or not want to do changes when you do have a kid. So maybe, right now you don't want to go hang out with...
some moms.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you were a mom, all moms want to do is hang out with moms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think all dads want to do is hang out with dads?
No, I think dads just want to get away. Yeah. They just want to escape the family.
Dads just want alone time.
Yeah.
No, I know. All I can think about is how much alone time my dad wanted now that I think about it. He had a basketball thing in his room as an adult man that he would put on the back of the door and then shoot.
Just by himself?
Yeah.
Quietly?
Yeah, quietly.
I love alone time.
You do?
But I also think it's healthy, in a relationship, if you're miserable and you want your alone time and then you're like, thank God I'm miserable. But I look at it more if I'm away from my lady for a couple days, I miss her. And that's nice. It's a good reminder to know that you'll miss someone and that you appreciate them. But I also think it's healthy to be able to. But she works all day, so...
Does she work all day at home?
Yeah, she has a lot of hours, so I have a lot of time to myself. I don't feel cheated out of that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than needing alone time and not being able to get it.
I had a funny experience the other day.
Yeah.
So before, when I was single, I would do all sorts of weird shit by myself because it just doesn't matter.
Right.
And I don't even know what, but almost anything. I've gone to Italy alone. I've gone to France alone. I just do all sorts of stuff where people are like, "You're doing that alone?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I am."
Yeah.
I'd go to baseball games alone.
Right.
Restaurants alone. Vacations all the time alone. And the other day, there was a Dodger day game. And I was like, I have some writing to do. Why don't I just take my laptop to Dodger Stadium and do my writing there? And so I went, and I parked, and I started walking alone to Dodger Stadium with my laptop. And I was just like, I can't do this. I was like, I'm not ready to go back into this depth of loneliness that I used to be so familiar with. Like, I'm like, I can't do it. I'm not going to Dodger Stadium alone with a laptop. And I stopped myself. And I literally drove to Echo Park for no reason.
No.
Walked because I'm too much of a cheap Jew to actually pay the parking fee, so I park outside. Just did a whole thing.
No.
Yeah. And then I just
You
turned
went
around.
to Dodger Stadium
I got a coffee.
with a laptop. That's so good.
And then I turned around and I was like, I can't do this. I can't.
It just was too lonely feeling?
It felt too much like my previous life. And I
Which
was
you're
like,
not trying to go back to.
It was almost like I was emotionally cheating on myself.
I could see that.
I was like, no, this isn't your life now. These feelings you're feeling, that feeling of walking to Dodger Stadium alone with a laptop that you used to be able to do like that, I'm like, it's over. Go back to your car.
Go home to your woman.
Yeah. I was just like, anything but this. I also didn't want to have to tell her and be like, I went to Dodger Stadium alone with my laptop today. Like, just tell her any other story about what you did today. But that one's just too dark.
That's so funny, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Dodger Stadium alone with a laptop, Benji. Yeah. But, like, I've also had moments where I'm like, yeah, I'll just bring my laptop there and it'll work and it'll be so much fun. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes I go places, I'm like, why am I fucking here? Like, at this coffee shop.
Right.
Do you ever write at a coffee shop?
I've done a lot of writing at coffee shops, to be honest.
Yeah.
So when people make those jokes about like, oh, another failed screen, blah, blah, writing at a coffee shop, I'm like, no, this has actually worked for me. Go fuck yourself. And your trope.
And your trope. I like it. Do you drink coffee? Are you a coffee guy?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not a coffee guy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of fine without it. I definitely like... I honestly just use it as a way to not eat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love a casual eating disorder.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I like that I'm safe on your podcast to
talk about how you use a coffee night.
Well, you know, starvation's the only way to sort of feel okay about yourself. And
in Los Angeles.
Definitely want to wake up and set the goal at starvation. And coffee's kind of your friend on that daily journey and goal.
Coffee's there for you.
Because once I eat, the demon's out.
Once you start going,
demon's out.
The demon's out.
So I wake up and I'm optimistic. I feel shitty from what the demon did to me the night before.
Right, the demon.
So then I wake up and I'm like, just coffee, and I go as long as I can. And then hopefully I can just eat a healthy dinner, but usually I'll be like, I didn't eat all day. I'll eat whatever the fuck I want.
And then you're like, is that intermittent fasting?
I guess people would say it is, but I should be skinnier based off the results. People say
you look skinny.
I used to be way skinnier.
We all used to be way skinnier. Benji, it's 2022, honey. We survived a pandemic. We're still in it, I think. I don't know.
There's nothing fatter than blaming the pandemic for the weight you've gained. It's like no one's in a mask. It's well behind us. Monkeypox. They're trying to invent new diseases because the old one and the fear's done from that one. She's like, oh, yeah, you know, COVID. Yeah, Y2K, I gained some weight. You get it.
Y2K. I was worried that the computers were going to reset.
Yeah, so here I am, 300 pounds.
We can't use the pandemic as an excuse anymore.
Yeah.
I thought we for sure could.
We are the weight we are because that's what we earned.
Yeah, you're right. But also, like, for a while, it was such a good out.
Yeah,
it was like, I can eat whatever the fuck I want.
I was doing good in the beginning of the pandemic. I was like running and stuff. And
oh, yeah, I was too in the beginning.
In the beginning, you're like,
this is gonna optimistic.
Yeah.
In the beginning, we were so naive. We're like, we're just going to, it's only going to be 2 weeks. We'll be out in no time.
But we would also, I remember me, you, and Steph, we would do our hikes and just eat. We'd go like on a 15-minute hike and we'd be like, all right, we earned this. And then we'd go to the what's it called?
Cheese shop, the Canadian Gourmet.
Yeah, the gourmet store here. And we'd get like fancy cheese,
yeah,
cherry preserves,
yeah,
and bread.
Yeah.
And just eat cheese, bread, and cherry preserves. And not in a normal way. Not that that is a normal way to do that. But we would literally, like, the three of us would take down a loaf of bread, a jar of cheese.
It was like a Silver Lake binge energy.
It was good.
charcuterie. It was
But-
like high-end crackers. We loved
Yes.
every second of it. I don't think about those cherry preserves.
What was the cracker we would get? I can't. Oh, right. It was like a toast thing.
It was like a brown little guy.
I gotta go back there. A brown little guy. But you should tell your listeners that if you get the right cracker
Yeah.
and the right soft cheese
Yeah.
and the right preserve, and
You don't need anything or anyone else.
it's amazing. And sometimes you eat it and you're like, this is cheesecake, because it all kind of comes together in this perfect way. But yeah, it
is like a cheesecake.
it's like cheesecake, but a
Honestly,
little salty.
I'm low key salivating now.
Man, I'm trying to be healthy, but it's hard.
They also have soft serve there now. So
Oh, they do?
I'm a big fan of a soft serve.
How's their soft serve?
Incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like healthy, weird vegan stuff?
No, it's just like
the real
regular.
thing.
It's the real thing.
Right.
I love a soft
You should call your podcast Skin Cancer. Hey, welcome to Skin Cancer with Shenk.
We're on the roof, baby.
A Shenk's what you'll need to cut off the skin tumor.
Do you feel like you're getting sun?
Yeah, I'm
But
in the sun in
probably
black
good.
jeans.
It's probably good.
Ugh.
You're glowing. And by glowing, I mean lightly sweating.
It's a dry heat. I'm more just burning, I think.
Yeah. But you're going to have a little more color. It's going to be great. You're going to be thrilled that you did this tomorrow. And you have a line right here.
Yeah.
I can't believe you got those glasses at Staples.
Yeah.
I keep coming back to that because it's
No hesitation.
with no hesitation.
I saw their sunglasses and glass display from 2 aisles over, and I was like, what the fuck is going on there? I don't know. What company is this? They did a great display. I don't know.
Are you trying to get a sponsorship here?
Honestly, I bought a pair for my grandma.
You did?
I got a pair for me and my grandma.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
What, you and your grandma matching glasses from Staples?
I got her a different thing. I got my own vibe.
Oh.
They had choices.
Oh.
You think they just got one pair at Staples?
I don't know. I'm blown away that Staples has evolved into being a lifestyle brand from what you're saying.
Try them on. They're comfortable too. They're like durable and plastic, but like solid.
I might need glasses.
And then you look through the bottom, and then you can read easily. Read your 818 through the bottom.
I got to cover this 818. I got it at Skankfest.
I like it. You don't like it?
Mm-mm. It
What's
has
the matter?
it has a prison tattoo energy to it.
Right.
We don't like that.
Yeah,
like
you
my
could've
grandpa
done-
didn't survive the Holocaust for me to go get a Holocaust tattoo.
Maybe you can just
Cover it.
Maybe you just change the font a little bit.
My friend told me it looks like two snowmen playing table tennis, which you can kind of see.
Two snailmen?
Snowmen.
Two snowmen playing table tennis?
Yeah.
No, it's 818 to me. It's 818 to me.
Okay, good.
But yeah, maybe you have someone do a little different of a design.
But now I understand how like tattoo people get, or they're
Because now
like,
you want more?
because no, they're like always redoing something. There's always like something to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like when you have a house check, I got to redo the floors. It's like I got to redo the eights.
Right.
That's my life now.
Yeah, it's maintenance.
It's maintenance.
Yeah.
But when I was at Skankfest, I was like, I don't care. Life is temporary, man. I need this on my body right now.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a tattoo. I got 0.
0.
And I've been close, but I never found something where I was like, yep. I like this area, but it's so visible. But this is the only area where even if you get fat, you're okay.
That's what I had to go.
But
I
it's
got
very
my one
visible.
on the back of my neck because I'm like, I won't get fat on the back of my neck. And if I do, who cares?
Right.
Well, then I did one side by my ribs because I'm like, okay, ribs, we like that.
Uh-huh.
We like a rib.
Uh-huh.
And then my wrist.
Sounds like you're doing good.
You'll never.
I wouldn't overthink it. I would just
You'll
keep
never
it.
see some shit on my thigh. I'm not insane.
That's not insane.
A thigh tat?
Once you're getting tattoos, I don't think there's one place that's insane more than any
Really?
other. Unless you're doing like eye tattoos or face tattoos or neck tat. Like that's like the slightly more elevated thing.
If you have a face tattoo, people expect less of you.
Yeah.
So if you do the minimum, they're impressed.
Depends though. Depends on what your occupation is. If
If
you're a
you're
rapper with a face tattoo or a rock star or something, then I'd go, oh,
This checks out.
yeah, or a DJ, or
How would you feel if your kid came home with a face tattoo?
is my kid a DJ?
That's a deep question. Is your kid a DJ? Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. It's the world's always changing. What tattoos meant to our parents doesn't mean the same thing now, and I'm sure it's gonna be even more so that maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'd care. There's more important things.
Right.
You know.
Well, a face tattoo, I think I would care.
Yeah.
I think I would care. I'd be like, why'd you do that? I could see myself doing it already, like a naggy, Jewy mom.
I think it's also just on you at that point. If your kid gets a face tat, like
you did something wrong.
Yeah, it's the parenting and stuff too. So, you know.
Yeah.
I just saw that XXX Tentacion documentary.
Oh, yeah, I've saw
He had a lot of
too.
face tattoos.
A lot of face tattoos.
That was a really good documentary.
I know. Did you watch it on Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved that documentary.
And I'm not really into stuff, and I watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole fucking thing.
I never do that anymore.
It was incredible.
That lady did a good job, the director. I forget her name.
Yeah, no, when I was watching it, I was like, I don't even know why this appeals to me, but it does.
Yeah.
And it was interesting.
It was
interesting. Fucking crazy.
Yeah. I liked his music. I knew about him already when he died. He's good.
Crazy.
He was really good. It's unfortunate that he was so troubled.
It sucks that the people that are really good are troubled.
He was really troubled.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. There's troubled, and then there's trouble.
Like, if you compare him to other rappers, he's troubled.
Yeah.
He makes Tupac look like a professor at Yale or something. Like, even Tupac would have been like, buddy, take it easy.
Chill out, man.
Yeah, he was not chill. But he was like full-blown bipolar, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Which is
dark.
It's hard to be, bipolar, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm not bipolar, thank God.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe being in the manic state wouldn't be bad.
Manic? Oh, the crazy part?
The part where you're like getting things done, thinking like you're an all-star and like all of that.
Right. But then coming back to Earth.
But then the opposite, coming back down to Earth.
Right. Because you also have to carry the guilt of the shit you do when you're in a more regular state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. And then you're like have to switch your medication. That seems like it would be annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
Because I'm on Prozac, and let me tell you, it is helping a bitch out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's easy and consistent.
It's easy and consistent. Yeah.
Right.
It's not like but I was like so afraid to get on an antidepressant, but it really helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get depressed. I just ride it out. I'm still not doing it.
You ride it out.
Ride it out.
Well, that's good though, because then you don't ever have to taper off of it, which is.
Yeah. I just think I don't trust myself. Unfortunately, I think I just have to manage another thing, and
like one day you forget. Yeah.
Yeah, I just see myself fucking it up.
Fucking up with your antidepressants.
I see myself fucking it up. Yeah.
Well, I know, and then like you start to I think it's always good to not take something if you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's better to just, but sometimes you just need it.
Right.
But you just need. I mean, I just need it.
Yeah.
A little Zach.
I think once I get a little bit older,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be more eager to like play that game.
Yeah.
You know?
It just depends on if you need it. Like if you're depressed, it's worth looking into for sure. But if you don't need it, then why?
I think when I'm older, I'll do testosterone.
What do you mean?
Like a lot of guys take testosterone supplements.
Why?
Just to be like feel better. You feel better, and you're like stronger and have more energy and everything. You didn't know this?
No, I thought they just took Viagra. Is that?
No, that's for boners.
Yeah.
I'm saying just like guys, and then I'm sure testosterone helps with boners too. But
so like, how are you gonna start taking testosterone? Is that gonna make you like?
No, you do
like
small amounts.
Alpha out?
No, if you do a ton of it, yeah.
Are you gonna be like all teed out?
I think I'll do it when I'm older. Once I'm older and I'm like, all right, like, I'm still enjoying myself, you know? So like in my 50s, let's say in my 50s we're just gonna be like a 6 in terms of energy and enjoyment.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, I'll start doing the testosterone stuff then.
Right.
And then enjoy my 50s probably a good amount because I'm all doped up on testosterone.
Yeah, but what if you get like crazy? Like
I think
testosterone
you just do it. You do it. You get it like a doctor gives it to you, and it's all very
Dude, Benji,
incremental
I don't
and
know.
small.
I don't know.
We're talking
Next
in my
thing-
50s.
Next thing you know,
You'll
you're
see me
gonna
in my
be
50s, and you're
with
gonna be
a
like,
kettlebell.
you need testosterone.
No.
Yeah, imagine me in my 50s.
You might not.
I'm just saying.
you think you're gonna need testosterone?
I want to rage out in my 50s. It'll be fun.
I feel like what if you just become like a little nightmare
Nah, it's gonna be fun.
from the testosterone?
'cause
Benji's jacked up on testosterone and coffee.
Once a
He
guy,
hasn't eaten and he's just on testosterone.
no, I'll be able.
Look
You
up.
can eat.
You're just gonna be at Staples on testosterone.
Think of it like this: a man in his 30s,
Yeah.
he slowly just starts kind of going downhill.
Right.
So you're always feeling worse. And then if you start doing testosterone when you're like 50, then you're going to like start feeling better. And then you're going to be like, holy fuck, I haven't felt this good since my 20s. Suddenly your 50s are kind of fun. Then your 60s, you stop taking it and you really embrace being an old piece of shit.
In your 60s, you
Yeah.
get off the tea.
You get off the tea maybe once a week, you do a little bit, or for special occasions.
Do a little testosterone
Yeah.
because it's your birthday.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Benji, a little treat.
Yeah. Hanukkah, my birthday.
8 days of straight tea.
Yeah. You just don't do it as much. Then your 70s, get, even less. Then your 80s, who knows what.
Dude, I don't want to be around an 80-year-old that's jacked up on testosterone.
I think you kind of have to stop eventually. Eventually, you're kind of done. I think it's more like in your 50s, you do a little testosterone, and now it's like, oh, I can work out again, and I feel strong. This is amazing. I feel good for the first time in a while.
Okay, well,
I can still kind of exercise. I'm not what I used to be, which was nothing. And now it's getting worse. But I can still I'm okay.
What kind of exercise are you doing?
I go to Equinox.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Do you like going to Equinox? I saw
No,
Lana
it's
Del Rey there one
disgusting.
time in
I hate
the
it.
steam room.
I'm so excited to move to Encino and get away from the West Hollywood Equinox.
Really?
It's just full of D-bags and just like gross people. Like gross.
Just trying to be seen at Equinox?
There's that, but it's also just like gross. Like, I kid you not, this sounds nuts, and it brings us back to glasses. I'm sitting up for this. I'm going to tell you what I
Okay.
saw this morning.
Okay.
Bathroom stall.
Yeah.
There's a man sitting in the bathroom stall. You can see his feet. But in addition to being able to see his feet, this guy has his glasses on the floor.
No.
Yeah, glasses
on the floor?
bathroom floor next to his feet.
A pig.
Stuff like that. West Hollywood is full of grimy people. It's grimy.
Who puts their glasses on the floor of a bathroom?
Or they'll just be like weird people like dancing while they work out.
Oh, sudden sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. Weird people dancing
Yeah, they dance while they work
for
out.
attention?
Yeah.
I hate when people go to the gym and they do it for attention.
There's porn star vibes. Bless you.
I could see porn stars being at Equinox.
Yeah. All sorts of porn stars.
Really?
One dude at when I was at
Male
Crunch.
porn star?
That too, yeah.
Crunch.
One guy
Crunch is my least favorite
he was
gym.
wearing
I went there.
booty shorts that said "Daddy's little slut."
No, wasn't.
100%. I have
No.
a photo. I took a photo.
At Crunch Gym?
Yes.
No.
Crunch Gym had to put a sign up that said, "Please stop having sex in the steam room."
Crunch Gym has that
That's what's-
energy, though.
yeah.
Every time I've gone there, it smells a little weird.
That's why I left. That's why I'm at Equinox now. I was trying to resist Equinox, and I'm like, "There's no fucking else to go. There's no place else to
You can't
go."
go to a gym called Crunch.
Well, they opened in Burbank during COVID, so I was able to work out outside in Burbank.
Oh.
So I joined Crunch during COVID, and then when it all opened up again, I started going, and I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, no. Daddy's little slut.
It was gross. There'd be people like working out with no shoes on, just weird people. Hollywood attracts stray, weird, attention-seeking,
Psychos.
weird people.
Cuckoos.
And in a gym, you want a courteous environment. People who put their weights away, people who are clean.
People who are clean first and foremost.
Yeah.
And we don't need your skin oils everywhere.
Yeah,
Nothing sounds grosser than that.
yeah. And you feel like shit because everyone there is like dedicated to the gym and they look great. So you're just like, I don't need to be here. I'm not like these people. And then you work out for 20 minutes and go.
Working out for 20 minutes
Hey, at least I go.
is better than not working out at all.
Exactly. Whew.
What's that? Are you exasperated from the sun just beating down on you?
Yeah, well, you're wearing like an Italian silk mumu. Like,
I got this
you have the
muumuu.
airiest thing on. I'm in like black jeans, long gray shirt.
I'm in a canyon mumu I just picked up.
This
is who I am
mumu?
now. Yeah, I got this there's this festival called Topanga Days that just happened.
Is that a Topanga thing, muumuus?
Yeah, it's part of like the lay of the land. Like you're a canyon lady, you need a mumu.
That was an aggressive
Well, I get stoked on mumus.
How many muumuus do you own?
This is my third.
You say that like they're children. You just went, this is my third. The answer is 3. The answer, this is my third, is the answer you give with children.
This is my third. Benji, I'm dying. The 3 mumu.
Come here, Moomoo.
Mommy's home, mumu. It's like, this is who I've become. I don't know. Very Mrs. Roper.
I have something similar that I got as a gift, and it's like a fleece. It's like a fleece hoodie that keeps going, so it's kind of like
a cloak.
Yeah,
It's
love really
a
comfortable.
cloak.
It's really comfortable.
I love a good cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah, something hooded and like long.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is no equivalent for men to wear muumuus. I mean, you could wear a muumuu.
It's this stuff, Snuggies, and
Same
there's
energy.
a kilt. Some men wear kilts.
I'm kind of into that. I saw Travis Barker in a skirt, and I was like, okay. He does something to me. I don't know why.
You like Travis Barker?
Yeah.
I think it's a SoCal thing. Girls like him. It's like
I used to have
California.
you want to know something embarrassing? In high school, I used to have a famous Stars and Straps sticker on the back of my car, on the back of my Honda Civic, because I liked Travis Barker, and that was his brand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he's your high school? That's why you like him. It's
Yeah.
high school crush. You liked Blink.
I liked Blink, yeah.
All girls your age like Blink.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you
I
ever...
like Blink too.
Yeah.
But I was a little old, so like I let them go after Dude Ranch.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they're selling out. They're this.
Yeah, they're too mainstream for
Yeah,
you.
blah, blah. But
you were into it.
I know Dude Ranch back and forth by heart.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But the rest of the stuff I don't know.
Blink-182. I mean, and then Mark Hoppus, is that his name?
Yeah.
He got super into aliens and shit.
No, the other one did. Not Mark, the other one. I forget his name.
The other guy.
Yeah, he's into aliens.
I was reading about that recently.
Yeah, but now he's right. It's like everyone's like saying, oh yeah, there's aliens.
Yeah.
There's nothing more vindicating than that.
Than knowing that there's aliens.
No, everyone's telling you you're crazy because you believe in aliens, and then they start coming out with news that maybe there is, and,
You're like, yeah, I told you.
Yeah, it's like when they start going, oh yeah, this vaccine does cause heart attacks. And you're like, I told you.
Same energy.
Gets your podcast flagged. Only 3 people listen.
Would be amazing.
Yeah. Dark web episodes.
The dark web episodes. The lost episode of Shenk.
Welcome to the Skin Cancer Cast.
The skin cancer with Shenk.
Yeah.
We're up on the... Should I start providing people with hats and misters? For the summer months.
Maybe like
an umbrella.
Yeah. You get like a big tent thing. You can get them at Target. They're not that much.
I'm
Get 'em
really
on
going to
Amazon.
set up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get like one of those catering tents that you you put like chicken parm under that's in a catering
No.
tray. Yeah.
I don't want a chicken parm tent on my roof, though. That seems like a
No, it'd be effective because it's like big. It's not doesn't have like walls and stuff. It'll be like just shade. Like the kind they use at concerts where they sell T-shirts. Like one of those.
Yeah. That sounds more appealing.
Yeah, and then it's like a little casita you can...
Casita, we love that. You made it cute. Now I'm on board. We love the feel of a little casita.
Well, also I realized that it's Topanga that the second you put any form of shelter anywhere, it's now an apartment. It's like a vinyl sheet attached to 4 sticks, and it's like
someone can move up here.
Suddenly you're an Airbnb connoisseur.
That's so funny.
You become the Elon Musk of Topanga.
What if I did?
Yeah. They're like, what's your secret? You're like, 4 sticks and a sheet.
A canopy.
And I'm eating well.
Living like a queen.
And what kind of locations do you scout? Anywhere.
That's so good.
I can put a tent on the highway and people will live on it here.
But like actually.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you have a yurt? Great. 4 people could sleep in there.
Steph had a friend living in a gazebo.
Yeah.
It's one thing to live in a gazebo. It's another thing to pay rent to live in a gazebo.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Not trying to diss the homeless.
Yeah, no, but to pay rent for
a gazebo.
and like probably expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, he had a gazebo.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for the money.
I forgot about him.
Yeah. Well, you know stuff.
Yeah.
It's easy to. We know what you do, Stephanie. You're gonna have to edit this podcast.
No, I'm tagging her in it. The gazebo guy? That's amazing. I totally forgot about him.
Yeah, so I'm not putting down people who live in gazebos. I'm saying if you can pay rent to live somewhere.
A lot of rent,
yeah,
too.
To live
it's
in
not
like a
cheap to
house.
live in like a gazebo in the canyon.
Correct.
Not you having to wipe sweat off your face because I'm making you char.
These are the elements.
We're out in the elements. Thanks for braving the elements with me today.
What if you're really just breaking me down to get like my PIN code and banking information? What I do is I make it seem like a podcast. I have them dress relatively depressed and or gothic. So if you want to think long clothes, black pants, and then by minute 90 they're real broken down. That's when they'll tell you everything. That's when you press record.
Oh my God, you made me laugh so much today. Thank you for coming on the pod. I think that's our episode.
Okay.
Where can people find you? Do you have anything you want to promote? This is coming out tomorrow.
Oh, I'm going to be in I think I'm going to be in Escondido.
Escondido? What are you doing
in July?
In July?
Yeah.
Do you want to confirm that?
My phone is stuck in the spider web chair.
I hope it's not overheated.
Let's see if I can figure this out.
Yeah. Let people know where you're going to be.
Well, follow me, and in July I know I'll be in
Escondido.
Or maybe it's Oceanside. I'll be in a
San Diego.
I'll be north of San Diego at one of your beach towns.
Okay. Well, what's your Instagram and what's your Twitter so people
Benji Aflalo, spelled traditionally.
Okay, we'll link to that in the description.
Yeah.
We'll link to all your stuff in the description.
Cool.
Of
yeah,
the
and if you want to
episode.
come see me in San Diego, I think you can smoke weed at this show, is what I was told.
Oh, that's great. My people who are listening, they love to smoke weed.
Only the DEA is listening. I just ruined my show. Yeah, but I was told it's all pretty chill.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's where I get booked nowadays. Chill places.
We love getting booked at a chill place.
I know. I'm stoked.
It's like better than having to go to Reno.
It really is. Last gig I had in Milwaukee was one of the worst moments I've had in my professional career.
So dark.
At a casino, yeah.
Was it so dark? I feel so alone when I'm like on the road alone.
I was alone and I had a friend with me. It was
It was
awful. Just people yelling at me, booing me, get off the stage.
No.
It was gnarly.
In Milwaukee?
It was really
When was
gnarly
that?
about it. It was like right as COVID was opening up, I had this headlining gig that got canceled and pushed. So I go do my headlining gig. So I haven't headlined in like 2 years, maybe a year and a half, a whole COVID amount of time before you've headlined before. So I'm like, fuck, can I still do 45 minutes? Like, can I do the thing? Like, a little nervous, just like not knowing what to expect because it's been so long. So I do the first show, goes great. And now I feel great. I'm like, what am I stressing about? You're a fucking headliner, bro.
Yeah.
Year and a half, no comedy. What do you think 18 years of experience gets you?
Yeah.
You got this, dude.
Yeah.
Second show comes up. Everyone's talking the whole time. People are yelling at me, cursing at me, walking.
No.
I'm walking people while they're yelling at me. Other people are just not paying attention and just talking like I've never even been doing stand-up.
No.
Yelling to bring Matt Edgar up again.
No.
Tag Matt Edgar. He'll tell you.
Okay. I'll tag Matt Edgar.
But it was gnarly.
They wanted Matt Edgar back?
Yeah, they're like, bring Matt Edgar back.
No.
Because he was just doing crowd work. So, like, I think he could read that it was a shitty crowd. So he was, like, doing more of that. But I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to, like...
I don't want to talk to people in Milwaukee.
I want to do my act. I want to, like,
I want to do what I'm getting paid to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you need those to... Well, the worst gig I did was in Barstow at a Holiday Inn. And they were like, you sure you don't want to spend the night? I was like, yeah, I'm sure. It was like Hell's Angels in the parking lot. The thought of spending the night in Barstow, I might not make it back.
I would honestly do any gig I get. So if you are listening, I will do anything.
And you're really funny and super talented. So
Thank
you definitely book Benji on any shows.
I'll do anything.
He's an icon. He's a legend.
I haven't said no to anything in a long time. Make that the clip. Gift that.
Finger guns.
I haven't said no to anything in years.
And that's our episode of Shenk. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure to subscribe, rate, review, Tell your friends about the pod, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.